a justified decision, sure. Singapore, look at this positioning, so interesting. They kind of rushed Russia up onto the high ground. Now they've kind of swapped sides of the map. This is bizarre.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of forcing them down from the high ground. It's going to be 2 kills, though, going in favor of Russia. Be grabbing one for Singapore, but it's going to be Russia cleaning everything else up. So Russia will win the ShaDowBurn last year. It's going to have to play a little different.
So they were definitely his bread and butter. Now he's going to have to go with that. You can see just how low Neon Tears was there. The Discord orbs to start things off, and Forsaken managed to finish the job. Russia again, they bend with the flow here from Singapore. They're not afraid to give ground because they're going to take it right back. ShaDowBurn now at the end of the Dragon Blade is going to serve up a delight.
Yeah, they use the Transcendence before the blade even comes out. ShaDowBurn, there comes Diva Bomb over the top. They're going to get nothing with it. Transcendence comes out here for Russia. There'll be a Dragon Blade as well, but it's going to be Chow taking out one. Nice dash there, straight through from ShaDowBurn. He's going to back out, just play his life here. He'll get back onto the health pack, then back onto the point. As you see mistakes, though, he has been doing a lot of damage here on the point as Tracer for Russia.
Yeah, and this is a player, actually, that's only really become into the public eye in recent times.
Only going to be 10 seconds left here for Singapore to get on the point. They're going to jump on the Discord Orb onto that Diva. You're going to try and get her out of that mech as soon as possible. ShaDowBurn does have the blade. Just pay attention for when it comes out.
All right, Shuriki's going to find Cup early on with the Primal Rage. Up on the point, though, you see Zest is getting crunched. Sao managed to find his way towards it pretty comfortably. Genji just going to try and jump on and stall it out. Neon Tears had a Discord Orb on him. That was put on to the next player pretty quickly. Iron was up on the top ground, and it was Forsaken to pick him up there. Russia picked that one apart. It was sequential. It was
Sharik who was able to take down both of the supports here for Singapore. So now you see Russia just extending this on the point. It's going to be a dash straight through. You have Chow and ShaDowBurn on the point. It'll be Rage of Tofu out of the mech, and now you see Singapore starting to stagger here.
Yeah, that's right. Well, bit by bit, I mean, yeah, for Agent it's going to be pretty much impossible to actually keep this going any longer, and that's going to be the map already. The full hold from Russia on defense makes this a pretty straightforward affair, and now, of course, perhaps to the chagrin of some, we didn't see the initiation of that fight on camera. We saw, obviously, sort of the jump on ShaDowBurn. They point now for the engage from Russia.
Oh, it's going to be the Primal Rage coming out from Sharik, trying to knock players off the map. Not able to find anybody directly in front of him. Nobody's dropped.
Oh my God.
Oh, I lied. There are a lot of people going off the side. Yep, I definitely lied to you guys. You see 3 players fall to their death. A sigh comes in from Mitch. So that was not ideal there for Singapore.
No, I mean, it's more a desire to see Singapore to achieve. Okay, here's the problem, right? You move on to the point to fight, and then you try and disengage off the point when the enemy team dives you against the Winston with Primal Rage. You've got nowhere to run but towards that small ledge. If you were attacking the point yourself and you disengage, fine. Winston can't wreck you like that.
Use them. Yeah, they should be able to get a good advantage early.
All right, mistakes. Pulse Bomb doesn't seem to connect either for the second time. He's struggling to make them work, but the rest of his team has been on the job. Neon Tears has got to get the tactical fight. He's going to be left upon almost immediately. It's sound barriers coming out from both sides. Self-destruct finds Zest early on. That's the first pick that Russia may have been looking for. Genji, though, double kill with the Dragon Blade through. Can he find any more? ShaDowBurn will be looking to stop him. You can see the pip over on the point. It's back and forth fighting, and ShaDowBurn has his Dragon Blade ready to go. This could be frightening, but there's no one even there to see him pull it out.
Yeah, he doesn't even need to use a Dragon Blade here. It's going to be a deflect to a Shuriken to the face of Genji. Now the blade will come out. It's going to be able to take out one from Singapore. Trying to hold on is Zest in Primal Rage, just knocking around the players of Russia, but it will not be enough. You see Agent trying to get back towards the point. Rage of Tofu as well. It'll be Russia taking point 1
so far. On this map anyway, he's hoping to drop it on someone as they come through the door, but you can see now that Singapore are going to make their way around the outside. Mistakes wants to try and find someone to the back, and that might just be the one. Agent doesn't want to be there. He's going to go down to Mistakes. Nothing he can do about that one, and that's just the first pick. The rest is going to be a torrent of kills and of anguish for Singapore. They can't get on towards this point. Neon Tears is being battered around. We see the Winston of Zest. They're trying to stay alive as long as he possibly can. Self-destruct from Rage of Tofu doesn't really get much done at all. Russia are all over this like moss on a rock, Matt.
Yeah, and there is nothing Singapore can do about it. Rage of Tofu on the point. He is the last one up. He is down now. It'll be Russia taking map number 2.
Convincing stuff, to say the very least here. Russia may not have known what they were getting themselves into, but they at least knew what they were going to roll out with. Sharik is going to give it a tickle, though. Zest is already down a half health. That needs to be kept an eye on here for the Singaporean side. Wall comes up, but Sharik just goes over it.
Yeah, very nice bait of the wall there from Sharik. Neon Tears gets low, and there goes the Reaper. Now May is going to fall as well, and here comes the dive from Russia. They baited that May wall out perfectly, Mitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to do. It's why teams started running Winston and D.Va, actually, just because they could get back over the wall when it came up there. So it's great, and the idea to split the team, but you're defending on this.
So you also see the Pharah being brought out from Singapore here towards the end, and it's actually Genji actually able to take out Chow on the 76, so not going to have that firepower to take out Pharah in the air, but the blade comes in from ShaDowBurn. The nano boost actually goes onto the Pharah as well for Singapore. It's going to be Singapore looking like they're going to hold on in this fight.
Yeah, not too bad. We saw the snow globe come out. Switched away from the triple DPS to something a bit more sensible. Now they're getting a lot of damage on towards Zest here. You can see his half health on the point. He's got no one to really protect, no one to benefit from the bubble. And now the Transcendence comes in. It's responded by a sound barrier for Singapore as they back off the point and try and stay alive. But they don't have a margin here. The point's almost capped. It's 89.8%.
Well, they popped the sound barrier and then they all backed up, so they really get nothing for it. You see mistakes with one. ShaDowBurn's going to dash straight through Neon Tears. Rage of Tofu trying to stay on the point. Here comes the D.Va ultimate as well. And Russia is doing a fantastic job.
Russia like little ducks in a row behind the girder to avoid the blast from the self-destructed D.Va. I love it. They move off the point, and that's synchronized Overwatch for
Russia
you.
Really get a lot out of that ult ability and then start to move on in. And see ShaDowBurn does have the Dragon Blade, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be the EMP already out for Singapore, so he does not get picked up in that. It's going to be 3 kills. Make it 4, though, for Singapore. They should be able to get over towards that point.
Yeah. Good setup here for Singapore. The EMP opened it up, and then they used the sound barrier just to make it even harder for Russia to do anything against them. That's like definitely giving yourself a huge advantage over the foe. They can't use abilities, and you've got
I would say so.
Yeah. He's frantically trying to give shields to some of his allies, but Russia are either respecting the shield or they're just not shooting the targets. Either way, ShaDowBurn's found Neon Tears, so that's the first pick in the fight. That means Singapore probably need to back away here. They don't want to get picked off any further. Russia are banking a lot of ults here. Look at this. They don't even have to use them. Another EMP's up for Forsaken here. This could be nasty.
Yeah, they have a lot to work with as well for this next fight. I mean, they're going to have the sound barrier to stall it out.
Together. Russia know that Rage of Tofu has an ultimate bank. They know they haven't seen a Graviton, so they're going to try and stay spread as much as they can over this point.
Yeah, and they do have the sound barrier to get through it. And there comes the Graviton Surge. It's going to be Sharik, though, taking out Rage of Tofu. Here comes the D.Va ultimate as well. Gets nobody. Forsaken with one, Sharik with another. And here comes Genji. He's able to get that pulse bomb on a Rubicon. He's able to take out Chow as well. See if he can stay on the point, do some damage. Forsaken with his EMP. Look at all the other members of Russia. They have ultimate abilities as well. As here comes another EMP. ShaDowBurn going behind the enemy lines. And here's going to be a Dragon Blade.
Yeah, I mean, IG can't even get a sleep dart on him because he was hacked the whole time. So he's just at the mercy of ShaDowBurn. Now with Decent on towards the D.Va, Chow finds Genji over on the point. And there's a minute left for Singapore. ShaDowBurn lurking around the side. Singapore set up on the high ground. Genji finds a pick early on. This could be the opening Singapore are looking for. Sound barrier out for Russia. They realize they're at a deficit early. They need to try and cover that. Give themselves a little bit of extra health. They're going to use the overshield to start a fight, but they still trades 1 for 1. Chow finds A in, and that's it. Russia realize they give an advantage early, so they back up, they double down, they sound barrier out, and they win a convincing fight yet again. There's 15 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, Rage of Tofu's trying to get out, but with only 15 seconds, maybe they're able to get back on the point and get a touch, but you see the pressure Mistakes is putting on. Does not want to let Singapore get back close to this point.
Mistakes is able to back away. He's down to 100 HP, but that's fine. It's going to have a pulse bomb fairly soon. Neon Tears using attack fires was going to be a nano boost out. 2 kills so far for Singapore. This could be that opening. EMP's used in response by Russia over on the point. Rage of Tofu gets blown up. Chow also found Zest with the damage from the blast here. Rage of Tofu, while being desuited, is able to find a pick, but Sharik just swats him aside with his hands. It's almost 2 ticks for Singapore up on this point, and Sharik has to do it on his own, but he's fine. He's got so much health, drops the shield, and the cavalry's arrived. Pulse bomb doesn't connect on towards Cup, but the rest of Russia have got themselves here. Overtime is done, and Russia will take map number 3 in this series.
At the end of that map, Mitch, Singapore, they get like 2 or 3 picks at the beginning. You're going to have literally everything to work with if you're Russia. And they have just pushed Singapore so far back. You see, they're even struggling to get around this choke, and here comes the MP.
Let's see if Singapore can disengage off this and not lose too much. No, Agent's going to get caught out there by Mistakes pretty comfortably. Genji now backing up, has the Dragon Blade here. Attack fires are being used here for Neon Tears. What can he find with it? Zest is already knocked off the cliff. And Russia doing their best Houdini impression and just make a quick disengage, and Neon Tears gets nothing for it.
Yeah, you use the tack visor there. I mean, Chow is alive, just standing by the payload with the defense matrix, and everybody else just backs around the corner. for the side of Russia, and Singapore doesn't have enough members to get on the payload, push it around, maybe gain some kind of advantage. I mean, maybe they try to use it just so they can push a Mac, get the payload around the corner, open up some more space, but very odd there from the side of Singapore.
It's a sound barrier in response from Russia. That's definitely the appropriate move. It's correct, in fact, and it's keeping them alive through most of this onslaught. Rubicon is caught out by the self-destructive rage of Tofu, and Yongunji is going to be hacked out here. Oh, my lord! Chao is going to bring that fallout. They're going to be scrubbing Route 66 for years after that one. Filthy. It's a four-man self-destruct. And Singapore is still trying to come to terms with what just happened to them.
See in Singapore, now Neon Tears with another attack visor. Let's see if he can get in a better position, use this a little bit more effectively.
Yeah, like where? That's the problem. It goes on the high ground, he gets chased down by Chao. Low ground,
he should just fly.
Yeah, he should just fly. Should he get sprout wings and fly immediately? Mercy mine, by the way. Right, well, he's got it ready to go. Let's see, though. Sound barrier comes in. This is for Singapore. So now Neon Tears gets hacked. He doesn't even get the chance to use that tactical visor. ShaDowBurn and Chao shut him down 2v1. And Singapore, that was their biggest chance. It was one of them at the very least, but he's not going to have a chance to use his ultimate at all, Matt. He's going to have to desperately come in for a bit of stall and make it happen. Again, self-destruct on the point by Chao. This time, not quite as explosive, but definitely sending the same message, is to get off our lawn.
Yeah, and you see the attack visor coming in at the end here, but I mean, Chao just gets right into space. It's way too late. And I gotta say, Forsaken with the EMPs was so good in this first half for Russia.
What's going on, though? Somehow Neon Tears actually gets a kill with the attack visor and finds ShaDowBurn with a beautiful Helix rocket. That may still not be enough, because again, Shariq is that last man on the payload. Rage of Tofu's getting battered around back in the fight, but that's very lucky stuff for Singapore.
Yeah, but him getting that low at the beginning of the game is going to force him back, cause a lot of commotion on the other end. It is Zesto taking out Shariq at the beginning, and Gen will fall to the hands of ShaDowBurn. As Russia still on the payload and moving it very closer towards the end.
Well, it looks like ShaDowBurn and Yongunji have the same idea here. It might be the duel between the two of them. Oh, it doesn't last very long. It's the right-click ShaDowBurn finds the head of Yongunji when those shurikens, and now he's got freedom to poke around from the backside. Zest has been indomitable so far for Singapore, but again, he's lacking teammates, he's lacking time, and the payload is awful close to that yellow box of victory. You can see the cleanup crew is in full effect now. ShaDowBurn as well, continuing to poke from the sides. Desperate times from Singapore as they throw themselves at this.
Yeah, and Rage of Tofu's out of the mech. Neon Tears the only one up, and that should be all.
Across the line, Russia have made it, and it's yet another 4-0. It's been quite the day for it. As we see the first reveal of many of our teams here at the Overwatch World Cup group stage in Katowice.
Yeah. I do have some insider info. I haven't even told you guys about this. Oh, it is some
whoa, you've been sandbagging over there? Unbelievable.
Ajahn,
typical tank player.
Ajahn, he's level 1029. Rage of Tofu is level 1262.
Jesus.
And Jungyunji is level 1300. The average border of this team is silver 3. So they might not turn out to be the best team in the world, but I think they have the highest average level.
They're committed. Like, I think that was the one thing, and that just goes to show what you just said. They're super committed. They're committed to be here. They're committed to play the team. They're so committed to actually play. No, they are. Like, honestly, it's the only team I've seen, like, sitting on the hallways here, like, theory crafting with their committee members, like, huddling together and, like, really focusing on strats. And they really want to perform. And I don't know. I really like that. I respect that. Yeah.